Obviously disappointing the outcome. Give New Hampshire credit. They made plays, and they made enough plays to win a game. And on our side of the ball, I thought our kids gave tremendous amount of effort. So I told them that after the game. That there's no quitting this football team. It's a great group of kids, and we just made too many mistakes. 2 turnovers for touchdowns, a fumbled kickoff return, things that you can't do against a good football team. You can't do that in this league. And it caught up to us, and we made a great effort to try to come back, but it wasn't enough. We put ourselves in too much of a hole there to compensate for it. But a lot of tremendous effort by our kids, and we just got to bounce back and be ready to go next week.
Coach, it looked like the problems all season, the fumbles, the kick return, all just kind of culminated today. It seems like a perfect storm of mistakes. Could you comment on that?
Well, it's just something we got to keep working on, got to get it fixed, because it's something that, if we prevent those things from happening, we're probably sitting here with a different attitude and different atmosphere right now. And, we'll go back and keep working on it, and got to get it improved, and it's got to be, even more point of emphasis. I mean, we can emphasize it all the time, but we got to do it even more, obviously.
And not to blame Kamen, but that missed extra point really seems to change the whole tone of the game.
Well, I mean, things happen. Obviously, it didn't work out well there, but he also made a couple other field goals that if he didn't make those, we wouldn't have been in the situation we were in to begin with. So, you can't point at any one play or any one player when things don't go right. We all got to look at each other and look at ourselves. We got to look at ourselves as a staff, things we can do better, along with what the players can do. So we don't point fingers. We stick together. And so those things, he's made a lot of plays around here and expecting to make a lot more.
Coach, how did the absence of your 2 defensive linemen who didn't play have an effect on the game, if at all? Obviously, you get a chase a lot of times.
Well, I'm sure that those guys could have helped, but I mean, again, we just deal with what we got, and I think those other kids got in there and played hard and did the best they could, and but we can't make excuses for the guys that aren't there. We play with who we got, and we roll with it, and we'll have some. You never know, man. Some guys missing next week. Can't make excuses. Guys got to step up and play ball next week.
Could you share your thoughts just on playing true freshmen? Obviously, you had to use a couple of other ones today. Probably weren't planning on using.
Well, we just in a position where depth-wise, we have we don't feel like we have some depth in certain spots, and we got to get some guys in there to play. And that's we feel like we have a good football team here, and right now we're a little bit depth shy in certain areas, especially offensive line and defensive lines. So we've had to fill those gaps in there and play. And started a true freshman at outside linebacker, but those kids just got to keep continuing to get better and keep growing up. But we got to play who we think can help us win. And obviously, if we had our pick, we'd try to redshirt every one of them. But we don't have that luxury right now. We're not in that position to do that.
Hey Trey, from the first possession, did you get the sense that this would be one of those kind of days where things would click through the air for you guys?
I mean, you go into every game with that feeling. I never have any doubt in my mind that we will click. We won't click. And that first drive was an excellent drive. We were clicking on all phases, throwing and running, and it worked out for us.
How are you feeling? I saw you kind of looking over the field on that last play.
It was just a cramp.
Yeah. Were you close to getting that ball?
I felt like I had it. I thought I did what we were supposed to do, was cradle the ball, but he ended up with it. So.
Well, I mean, certainly offense did some nice things, but, I don't think there's any consolations when you lose. We're just disappointed in not winning, and just got to find a way to bounce back this week, and I think this is a good group of kids that will bounce back. They're got real good leadership on it, and, we obviously got a tough game going up to Harrisonburg next week, but I think our guys will be ready to play.
The effect of that passing game, could you put a finger on why it worked so well? They didn't seem to adjust and get all over you.
I mean, you would have to ask them why they didn't. I just did what I was told. Coach called the plays, we ran them. I don't know why they didn't adjust. I just did my job.
Coach, could you talk about that play in the second quarter, the fake field goal?
Well, it's something we've been working on for quite a while, and we got down there and got stalled out. And Coach Poland and Coach Legg, they're the ones that work on it, and they thought they had a great opportunity to get it. And so we said, roll the dice and go. So it worked, and it worked great. So that was good to see.